Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone here again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear your lot is packed with new and pre-owned cars again. I know everyone would love to hear all about it. Please tell us all about it.
Thanks, Charlie. It's taken some time, but we have more than 150 new Hondas in stock right now with hundreds on the way, including over 30 new Ridgelines in stock right now. But we've been telling everyone now, Charlie, is it's really cool that someone can come in and look at a new Honda and drive away with it that day.
That's great. Like you said, it's taken a while, but now there are hundreds to choose from. How about pre-owned, Andy?
As always, Charlie, we have over 100 to choose from, all makes and models, with prices starting at under $10,000.
Well, maybe it's time. You come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
Welcome in to We Talk Facts with 9-year NBA veteran and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson. Talking and taking names in sports and day-to-day living. Sit back, relax, and join the show with 9-year NBA vet and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson.
Yo, check us out. Clester Johnson here. We got my man Erick Strickland and Harrison Arns. 93.7 The Ticket. WTF. We back in full effect.
That's a fact.
We appreciate you being here with us.
Look at those guys out front.
We realize you can be anywhere in the world right now, but you're spending it here with us.
Deep easy.
Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Check us out on Allo.
Okay. 961.
Check us out also on
Facebook.
I said Facebook.
YouTube?
There was one that I'm missing. There's one that I said YouTube. Did I say YouTube?
X. You said
X. Did I say X?
Yeah.
I miss X.
For the black shirts.
I miss X.
For the black shirts?
All in all, we're happy to be here. We're happy to be back. We got a great show for you today.
Great show today.
We got some things here that going to allow you all to get involved. Please get on the Sauter Hammond text line.
402-464-5685.
Give us your thoughts. I think this is going to be...
Or on the stream too, Cless.
On the stream.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very, very good show. Fun show. Very interesting show. Intricate show. Introspective show. I can keep using all those intros.
You had some words for us, but we can't get into them right now. We're stream only.
That's a good time.
93.7 The Ticket, the midnight hour. That's the only way we could do. It's the stuff that goes on off air is the stuff that I love most.
Yeah, you might have to pre-record that one so I can roll it past midnight.
I don't want families driving home with the kiddos in the
Yeah,
car.
it's hilarious. We have fun, man, and they definitely is a WTF moment. And we're grateful that we have you guys. Great show today, as Clester had alluded to and he spoke about. We're gonna get into it first, and I think this is a good one because what's been happening in like when we were young, class and Harrison. No, Naya today. Naya's off doing business, and that's okay. She'll be back with us soon. But what's been happening in sports? Like if you're a sports person, you obviously are because you come here and you tap in with us on 937 The Ticket as well as WTF Facts. So you've got to in some form or fashion love sports. But you can go back in the day and you just remember when you would come home from a game or you would just be sitting at the crib and on the couch, your feet up and lounging, playing a little LL Cool J, and all of a sudden you look up on the TV and you got on your Sports Center and the sportscasters and the commercials, and they did all those fun sets with all the people where they're doing all those skits. It just was fun. And there was so much camaraderie, there was so much unity, there was just everybody was working together. There was cohesion in the sports world, right? And now all of a sudden we have high profile sportscaster media beef.
Yes.
It's Drake and Kendrick Lamar in sports.
That's right. That's a very good analogy. That's a great analogy.
What I'm saying? It's 50 Cent and
Ja Rule.
Money Mayweather. Or Ja Rule.
Or Ja Rule.
Or
it doesn't matter. Or Diddy. It doesn't matter.
Or with 50 Cent. But you got beef everywhere now. And it's now, class. It's Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It's my turn. You got it all going on.
If I can interject,
you talk to me.
There used to be these mainly two major platforms. There still are. You got your ESPN and you got your Foxes.
Yeah.
And mostly all these guys that you see are having these beefs were colleagues at one point. They all have worked together. And honestly,
now players have been interjected into the mix unlike ever before.
That is true.
Okay.
But I would say, or
former players.
These are guys that we used to look up to in regards to sports.
Yeah.
We had them on a pedestal because
Steven Scott.
What's his name? Scott. What's his
Scott?
name? I forgot his name.
Yeah, he passed away.
It'll come back to him.
Yeah.
But
Stuart Scott.
These are guys that we would look to and get our information from and count on them to deliver us not only the entertainment, but also the intricate details of what's going on in the locker room.
Yeah.
Breakdown and to give us analysis of what's going on the court. And now that we have social media and people have their own platforms now, you're starting to see how they really feel about each other. And I never thought in a million years that I would see Stephen A. and Jason Whitlock fighting with each other. I mean, and these guys are like 56, 57 years old. You got Dan Lebertard fighting with Stephen A. You got Marcellus Wiley and Dan Oberman fighting with each other. That became more of a political thing.
Keith Oberman is
Keith Oberman is whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of animus about Skip Bayless. And I think we could discuss maybe why that may have been a deal. Him being really kind of a non-sports figure who really did something in sports, but stood up to all-stars and Hall of Famers and basically got in their faces and told them, listen, you ain't shoot. I'll make sure you can do the 7-second dunk. But, was very bold in how he treated these guys who were sports figures. And, the question I would have for you, Eric, out of all these things we're talking about is the day of the debate stage, is the day of, camaraderie amongst all of the sports figures having a common goal of delivering what's going on in sports? Because it seems like it really hadn't been as much about sports as more about his take on the sport, his take on how wrong he is about what he said here. You know, I see a lot of that going on. Give me your insight, you know, because you being on, you know, you being able to play in the NBA, what's your thoughts on what you're seeing right now?
I think some of the questions will come to mind for me is there has been a shift. When the shift transpired, I still can't put my finger on it. There's been a shift with, I think, respectability, meaning those individuals like your Skip Baylesses, players. I think players, as they matured, as they got older, they started to say, what do you know? You've never done. Like a lot of players started questioning
narratives,
right?
They start to do their own narrative.
Yeah,
they're not letting these guys create a narrative.
And that's where these platforms, that's what these platforms have created for them to be able to create their own narrative or to speak back. Because what used to happen back in the day, because of the platforms like your ESPNs or your newspapers, you didn't really have a platform to be able to disseminate your messaging out there because it was a guardian.
But here's the but
message.
though, E, because that's kind of a, so you got athlete platform creating narrative, but then you got former colleagues fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Why do you think you have the colleagues like Shannon left Skip's show and there was an animus going on, and there's, you know, Skip left Stephen A and Charles Barkley, Chris Carter hate Skip Bayless, you know, like, you know, they're athletes, but they also now have transitioned to becoming more sports talk figures.
Yeah.
Why is it that you now have these older gentlemen? They're older than us, all of those guys, and we're in our 50s.
Yeah.
They all are fighting with each other.
I think
why is that?
I think a lot of it too also has to do with it's all about clicks now. You know what I'm saying?
I was wondering when you go.
It's who can create the most. Yeah. Like for example, it happens too from the athlete side of things. Your boy, like
Gilbert Arenas.
That's who I was about to say. Sometimes he'll throw some takes out there that you'd be like, like Scooby-Doo.
He threw Steph Curry under the bus with that one take the other day, saying he was almost crying in the locker room, and it was just crazy because you never heard that before, and everybody was saying it was outrageous. But I don't like. It feels like he's just looking for a good 60 seconds. For
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so because there's so much. Okay, when you look at the clicks that your boy,
my boy,
Shannon Sharp got by having Cat Williams, that's millions of dollars of generation.
Yeah.
Right? So now people are trying to come up with takes that are going to raise the level, create platform or podcast platforms for themselves as well. And you're seeing these shifts starting to happen because Stephen A. Smith is starting to also shift into, and it's like I think this just, these beefs are being created because even look what the beef with Kendrick Lamar and Drake created in the music era.
Yeah.
And it's who's gonna one up the next person. That's what it seems like to me.
So
who's gonna one up?
If I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is it's about clicks and views, which ultimately leads to the money.
It leads to the paper. Because look at it is what it is.
Yeah.
Cameron them.
It's a great platform.
Great platform, right?
Great platform, yes.
Look, sometimes they give sports takes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's edgy.
Yeah.
Shaky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Shaky.
Listen, us as people, we just gotta admit it. We love a train wreck.
Right?
We do. Listen. The more ratchet it is, tell me.
That's how you got, what's that platform? World Star. That's how you get World Star.
Listen,
It's created by
how many times, Eric,
beef.
have you driven down the street and you saw sirens and you saw the lights going off? You're like, ooh, I can't wait to get up there to see what happened.
Mhm.
Then you drive by really slow.
Backing up traffic.
It's just something about the human
us.
condition,
Yeah.
right? Something about the human condition.
It's morbid curiosity. We all got a little bit of it.
Great word.
Mhm.
What'd you say again?
Morbid curiosity.
curiosity.
I love
Great
that.
word.
I love that word.
Great word.
But we tend to gravitate towards beef, and I hate it. But I'm probably the same way too, because I watch it. I don't like to be. That's why you have so many reality TV shows too, right?
Right.
Because it's incredibly ratchet.
Is it mob mentality? Follow me. Is it mob mentality? Meaning, no one jumps the boogie until someone up jumps the boogie.
Can you break down up jump
Yeah, you
the
lost
boogie
me.
for the people?
Meaning, when you see it, you don't really. You just kind of standoffish. You're kind of just observing. You're just kind of standing back. And then once it jumps off or the situation jumps off, then everybody jumps in. It's kind of like what happens on we call it trolling.
Okay, yeah.
It's one person sparks the fire, and then all of a sudden everybody has something to say.
Yeah.
And it's easy to say something, to be a keyboard warrior,
Mhm.
or to be someone that you're not the one to initiate the jump off, but you see the jump off jumping off, and you want to jump in. Like you see how it happens, mob mentality.
Mhm.
Somebody jumps off, and then you like, ooh, I got to go get my leg.
Well,
And
think
you
about
jump
Bud
in.
Light. That was insanity.
Right?
Who was it? Chris Rock? I
Right?
think he was the one who shoots the cans out there. That was insanity. How they
Oh,
just
no.
dropped the stock. Was it Chris Rock on that one?
No, that was
Chris Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock,
Kid Rock.
yeah.
Kid Rock. Kid Rock.
That's mob mentality.
That's a huge difference between Chris and Kid Rock.
Yeah, Harrison, I don't know where you was talking about on that one.
So what we got on time, Harrison, because there's another place I want to go. Okay. So what we just talking about is leading me to this, Eric, and I want your opinion on this.
Mm.
You talked about how a subject would come up, it would become intense. People are talking. We also mentioned earlier, we had talked about this. You got these guys who have become really famous. They're either famous through sports or famous through becoming a sportscaster, a media head.
Yeah.
And they're going to have all these incredible, either they got these takes where people going to respond to it, or you're an athlete where people are critiquing you. What's your thoughts on these famous people responding to people who are either critiquing them or responding to what they're saying? What's your thoughts on that? Like, should Kevin Durant have a burner account responding back to fans? You know, and I've seen Stephen A retweet and put comments on top of something someone said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
To me, it's a no-win situation. And the reason why I say it's a no-win situation is, here's the analogy I'm going to give. When you go out and you're at a campfire and you spark the flame, you light the fire on the log.
Getting all philosophical.
It's you, when you allow the log to dissipate by not adding oxygen to it, by not adding another log to it, by not putting more lighter fluid to it, the fire will die out.
Absolutely.
But if you jump into it, it's now they feel, I got him.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a compiling, because they can't reach you, but if they can reach you and touch you by way of words, now it's become a bonfire.
Let me ask you, E. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you have some fame to you.
No,
right?
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Cap.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. No, that's a no cap people out there. People know who he is.
Cap.
How do you feel like you'd handle the situation if you had? Would you respond to somebody that you don't know, or would you respond to somebody that you do know?
So it's two ways. I probably wouldn't do it in a public forum.
Okay.
If
But
I
what if
know
they're hitting-
if I know them,
What if they're hitting you in a public
no, what I'm
forum?
saying, if I know them,
Okay.
there's a call.
Okay.
If I don't know them, they don't know me. Like, for example,
But they're creating a narrative about you.
and I'll give you an
They're,
example. of
they're
it.
retweeting things you saying and they're talking about you.
I'll give you a quick example before we go on break. Right after college, I had just went to the NBA. His first couple years. I had a friend of mine that happened to be gay. Okay. So this friend of mine, we had an understanding. The understanding was, you're my friend. I love you. You want to go to a certain spot that may just happen to be a gay club. Because I love you and I know who I am. I am very hetero. I have no problems with you. My brother's gay. I have no problem with you. Right? I have no problem with that. That's you. That's your business. But I said, I'll go with you. I'll go to the club with you until 11 o'clock. We can go from 9. You got 2 hours with me, and I'm with you. We'll
Was there
sip on
any
some drunk.
particular reason why there were hourly stipulations?
There's an hourly stipulation because at 11 o'clock,
The
by
freaks come
11:30,
out at night.
I'm going to my spot.
Okay.
I'm going to my spot
Okay.
where I can see. It's all about the honeys.
Okay. Okay.
I need to see. I need to see.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair. That's fair.
So with that came, people saw me. Erick's gay. Erick's this. Blah blah blah. And you know a couple of people that talked about it.
Okay.
I never went to that person and said, "Yo, man, why the heck you talking smack? You don't know." But it's because you have to know yourself. If you don't know you and you're not comfortable with you, then you're insecure about you, and the insecurity then allows you to step out into that space and continue on the conversations, which ends up compiling and making it worse, I think.
That's a great answer. Harrison, there's nothing else I could add to that story. I think that, he summed it up beautifully and
Concisely and quickly.
and he handled it well. I mean, that's probably about the same way I would do it.
Yeah. You just have to, you have to know who you are.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what Will Smith was lacking when he slapped.
Yes.
That's Chris Rock, right? Now we're after Chris Rock.
But hold on. They know each other. You could have easily addressed that.
Listen, it's always different when a woman's involved.
Clearly.
Whole other dynamic to this story now.
We're not going to get into that right now. We're obviously going to take a quick break. But I think that's
different.
good. If you guys want to chime into the subject, if there are any stories that, you have in similar context to what we talked about, 402-464-5685. We'll maybe touch on a couple of them when we come back after this. 937 The Ticket. We are WTF.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: areas of patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, we'll see mainly sunny skies and a slight chance of showers and storms this afternoon. See a high around 89. Tonight, clear skies with a low around 65. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return with a high around 89. I'm meteorologist Kyle Quaker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
To 1 p.m. This is a community-wide book swap with a festival feel located near the playground with a free bookstore in the enclosed shelter. It's fun for the entire family and for all ages. You'll enjoy food trucks, live music, kids' activities, a reading corner with celebrity authors and narrators, and of course, free books for all kids and adults. Go to linktoliteracy.org to get the full story and then make plans to attend Wordstock.
In dealing with the high interest rates, it's very important that you get as much bang for the buck. And that's what our Remington Homes is all about.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
People really enjoy being able to go to our website, which is remingtonlincoln.com, Pick a plan, pick a price point, go through and build it yourself. You have a lot of options, whether you want granite, whether you want painted trim or other upgrades. Those are all options with our Remington homes. If you're looking for more affordability and streamlined, you're probably better off with a Remington home. People get into homes that didn't think they could get into a home. A good product for the right price in budget.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone here again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear your lot is packed with new and pre-owned cars again. I know everyone would love to hear all about it. Please tell us all about it.
Thanks, Charlie. It's taken some time, but we have more than 150 new Hondas in stock right now with hundreds on the way, including over 30 new Ridgelines in stock right now. But we've been telling everyone now, Charlie, is it's really cool that someone can come in and look at a new Honda and drive away with it that day.
That's great. Like you said, it's taken a while, but now there are hundreds to choose from. How about pre-owned, Andy?
As always, Charlie, we have over 100 to choose from, all makes and models, with prices starting at under $10,000.
Well, maybe it's time. You come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
The Link Grill, Draft, and Crafts is your spot in Southeast Lincoln for great food and drink. They're serving new menu items and a killer craft cocktail menu with your favorite draft beers. You'll love their pizza and new entree options. It's a great place to watch any live events, and they have music bingo every month. They have an aggressive loyalty program that rewards fans with 7% back on all purchases. Home of the Nebraska Power Hour every night from 8 to 9 p.m. Order online at thelnkgrill.com or stop in at 84th and Highway 2 today.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Yo, we back. WTF 93.7 The Ticket FM. We just had a wonderful, beautiful discussion.
That's a fact.
And hopefully you guys are out there and you send us your opinions, chime in, get involved. We'd love to hear what you got to say. Our next subject matter is something near and dear to especially me and Erick's heart, because obviously being former Huskers, we had an opportunity to go through the recruiting process. Very highly recruited, both of us, in multiple sports. And what was really important to us was the grind. You had to prove something before we felt like you even got that opportunity. We felt like you had to really prove and get to the mountaintop before you got that love.
Mm.
And now today, there's been a monkey wrench thrown in the program. I think everybody knows over these last few years, NIL has become a huge deal. Also, going into the portal has become a huge deal. It has changed things dramatically. And this next segment we're going to talk about really comes from a former NBA superstar, Andre Iguodala. He talked about how NIL, he didn't mention portal, but I'm going to throw that in there also, how that's potentially ruining youth sports and why he say.
Now, mind you, real quick, it's not necessarily a part of youth sports, but it's part of the preparation and the buildup is what he was basically alluding to.
Correct. So just a quick breakdown, we won't go into the entire snippet of what he was saying, but basically when you know that you're going to go to college and have the potential to make an incredible amount of money.
Think about Nico Ilemaleva in Tennessee.
Okay.
$8 million.
Wow.
Freshman quarterback.
Hadn't heard that number.
Is he a freshman or a sophomore?
I think it's a freshman, yeah.
Freshman year, right?
Let me double check, but I think you're right.
Did he redshirt last year?
Mm-hmm.
I think he either redshirted I think he came in, but $8 million is his NIL deal.
What
that's
reasons?
Freaking crazy, my boy.
What reasons do you have to get better?
Facts.
What reasons do you have to grind and go through some tough times to become who you're supposed to become? Because I'm gonna tell you, a lot. What we're seeing is when guys go through tough times now, they have an incredible way out.
Mm-hmm.
If you give some constructive criticism, they going in the portal.
What coach, what assistant coach, what quarterback coach is making more than what he is?
Yeah.
No one.
No.
How are you going to approach someone that is now, mind you, college still is developmental.
Yeah.
You can understand at the professional level.
Supposedly.
Right? You can understand at the professional level.
There's a lot of things going on in youth sports, though, that when these guys get to college, like you got Elite 11 and you got 7-on-7. There's a lot of things, particularly in football. Basketball, you got AAU, but then
there's no development.
They got they got personal trainers, people who have a lot of money and they're out in the areas of influence. A lot of these kids have personal trainers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Believe me, I've seen it. And which has allowed guys to go into college ready as freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't
okay, but as they come in, here's the issue with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been trained, because they've been doing all of this stuff, what's been lost is the hierarchy. That's been lost. Meaning you come in expecting, thinking, believing that you are right now ready, but you haven't caught up with the speed. You haven't caught up with the physicality. You haven't caught up with different areas of that growth that you still need to learn.
Yes.
That transition. Some may be ready. There's your Travis Hunters. There's those specialties, those Zion Williamsons. There's those special ones, right?
It's rare. I mean,
it's rare.
From high school to college, I'd imagine that's bigger than college to the pros.
Well, when you play in high school, you're in most cases, unless you're Bosco, unless you're Modern Day, unless you're IMG, you're mostly playing against a team in most cases outside of the top tier teams where you might have 3 guys. And sometimes they're not across from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They might be on the defensive line, it might be a defensive end, it might be the quarterback. So you get to the college level, now that changes. Now you're looking at a wider. Go ahead.
No, I like where you're going, but you're leading me right to where I want to go.
Talk to me. Go.
What's missing is competition because, you're coming in an $8 million man. And then the next thing is adversity, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't always work out for you that way, right?
Facts. You know who that happened to?
Who did that happen to? Talk to me.
Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams comes behind Spencer Rattler.
Yes.
Spencer Rattler has a major NIL deal, car, 2 trucks, this, that, blah, 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 and loses to Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Guess what he does? Back in the day, we stick that out. No, homeboy, you're not coming and taking.
You're gonna compete. Yeah.
You're not taking. We about to
It's
fight for this.
embarrassing to have somebody take your job.
Right?
Right.
But you bounce. That's the part. The adversity part of it is the bounce. And this is what I think Iguodala is getting to. It's not only the monetary part of it, because now you're adding parents that are living vicariously through kids, because they're saying, wait a minute, we can get up out of here. So now they're pushing. Yeah. So now it's a push. Now you have a bunch of yes men around you.
Yeah.
Instead of looking you dead. Now you're different. That's what I love about you.
Yeah.
You're not going to look at Clester never looked at his sons and was like, oh, you're doing great, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're having a great day. You know what? You ran that route perfectly.
Yeah.
No, Clester will look at his sons and say, that was trash. Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And he'll really keep it real with them.
Yeah.
That's not everybody.
Without struggle, there's no progress.
That part.
Right?
That part.
How you gonna get better if you think everything you're doing is great?
It's great.
Now, let me add on.
So then when the coach comes in, add on. But now when the coach comes in, Sibo, the coach comes in and he's now critiquing you, rightfully so.
Right.
There's some things I need to get you to get better. Now you're looking at him sideways with the side eye like, who are you?
Yeah.
Telling me.
Well, let me throw something else in here
Yeah.
where he mentioned, because he said he believes that it's ruining us on a grander scale, right? So when you look at
the gaps that are closing,
when you look at the gaps that are closing,
Mm-hmm.
you look at the NBA draft, you look at who are the ones that the NBA are looking at now, right? Whatever happened to, look at the 96 draft, right? The draft that you were in.
Facts.
There were an incredible amount of great American players. And I really just feel like the hype around the American player has dissipated an incredible amount. And how do we fix that? Because based on what he's saying, NIL, not competing, you got parents controlling, moving their kids. The grit and the grind is
it's been lost.
It's been lost among the athlete. How and when are we going to be able to get that back? It's just going to be a matter of time. Listen, that when we get into the Olympics, because this Olympics was incredibly tough to win, right?
And we're probably not going to have LeBron. You probably won't have KD, maybe KD, but
they're the last of the Mohicans. Is what I'm saying.
Because if they're not there, you don't win. I'm just going to be honest.
No, they
if
don't
it wasn't
win.
For those three, they don't win.
So I want to say those guys, the LeBrons, the Stephs, the KDs, they were part of
that last grind crew.
They didn't have NIL.
They were part
There's
of
a
that
bunch
last
of these
group.
guys that didn't have NIL, right?
And Steph had to develop.
Steph had to develop.
And
He
fight
had to
through
develop.
injury.
He had to fight and develop.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what, it's only a matter of time before the world is equal or will surpass us.
I
mean,
agree.
it's just
I
it's
say
coming.
within the next 5 years.
I saw
I
it.
think France gets us next year.
I think because it's in LA,
I think they get us
I think LA we still get one more, and then when we're out of LA, when we lose the home side, 32. I think that's when it ends.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. So are we solutions there oriented?
That's what it's going to come down to.
What's the solutions?
Yeah, break down AAU basketball. To me, that just AAU basketball blows my mind how we treat it here in the U.S. And then you look at over in Europe, you look at where all the best players are coming from. They don't play 6 games every day.
No,
like they do drill
Maybe
work,
2
drill
games a
work,
week.
drill work, work with the same guys
Yeah.
over and over, understand how to make everybody around you better.
Yeah,
hence that's how you get Luka and Jokic out of Serbia.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a reason why the best players aren't coming out
they
of the
play
U.S.
pro
lately.
young. They play pro really young.
Well, they go through a system.
Yeah.
So by the time they reach 18, where most kids, young men, would be going to college, they're coming in developed because, like you said, they're not just out here playing a bunch of games.
Yeah, trying to
and
see how
just
many
running
points
up and
I can get.
down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And not you're saying they got skills, but they do have individual skills. But in basketball, it's not an individual sport.
Yeah.
You have to learn to play with 5.
Yeah.
Because that's 5 on the court at one time. You're working on individual breaking down people. That ain't the game, especially on an international level.
Yeah.
On a pro level, but you've got to go through high school, go through college. This is why a lot of those mixtape kids, they kill it in high school, and then they get to college and they fizzle out. Some of them.
Listen, shout out to all of the fathers and mentors out there that continue to do it the right way. Because I know that this is not everyone.
Yeah, I shouldn't say all AAU is bad. There's people that do it right.
We are painting a broad brush, but we know. I mean, I have brothers up in Omaha right now. I know Abdul Muhammad, Steve Warren, Damon, you know, a lot of these guys, Vershawn, a lot of these guys, when they work with these kids, they're doing it the old school way, and they're going to make these guys earn their positions. And that's the only way we're going to continue to have these kids be the kind of player and maximize themselves, be the kind of player they can be. That's what I call that old school coaching. And that's missing.
Well, they're no longer about Bobby Knights.
Right.
They're no longer Don Nelson types. Because everybody is Ralph Tresvant. Not Tresvant Street.
Ralph Tresvant. Yeah. And for everybody out there who don't know.
Talk to me. Tell them what it is.
You need a man with sensitivity. A man like E.
That is not WTF. That is not a fact. That is not a fact.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. No, that ain't
good
E.
stuff.
E. That ain't totally E. That ain't E.
Good stuff. Anyway, I think that's. I think again. I love that you just said we're not painting a broad brush. We're just laying out something to consider and to think about. And I in some instances and in some cases, I have to agree. Again, it's not a one-all be-all. It's not a cookie-cutter situation. So let's just consider that.
And my message would be this for all the parents out there who's watching this, okay? Your kid is not the next, okay? You're doing a disservice if you don't get on them and make them earn it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We know you want to go tell everybody how great your kid is, but listen, I'm telling you, they're not, okay? They're
don't
not.
Take them to 5 different schools.
It's a very few that are going to be that are.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest with the kid. Make sure they're having a good time. Make sure they develop.
Don't burn them out.
And just become the best them they can be. They can't be anybody that they're looking up to. Just make sure they are who they are, and they're not the next Kobe or the next LeBron. That's just not possible, y'all. Okay, parents? That's my message.
There it is.
That's my message.
We're going to jump off and take a quick break here on WTF We Talk Facts. We're going to come back and have the moment of the week. It's an interesting one because are there a bunch of men that are sensitive? When you see it, you have to ask a lot of questions, but it is definitely a good one. Stay with us. 937 The Ticket. We Talk Facts.
The 2024 Nebraska football season is here, and we need you to be a part of the Sea of Red Memorial Stadium this fall. A limited number of Husker football single-game tickets are on sale now and are only available while supplies last. Don't miss out on any of the action this season by getting yours before it's too late. To purchase your Husker football single-game tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night, or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers. Strike three, you're out! Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Power outages can impact traffic lights. If you come across a non-functioning traffic light, treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Learn more safety tips at les.com/safety.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A+ support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's akrs.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Hay season is a race against time. Win that race with an all-new 1 Series round baler from Landmark Implement. The all-new John Deere 1 Series round baler is a revolutionary leap in baler technology that captures near real-time moisture and weight data that can be analyzed through Operations Center to improve your bale quality and farm efficiency. Are you ready to upgrade your hay equipment? Contact your local Landmark location for full details on the new 1 Series round baler and experience the Landmark difference.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You're spending $300 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Link to Literacy is gearing up for our second annual Woodstock event at Antelope Park on Saturday, August 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is a community-wide book swap with a festival feel located near the playground with a free bookstore in the enclosed shelter. It's fun for the entire family and for all ages. You'll enjoy food trucks, live music, kids' activities, a reading corner with celebrity authors and narrators, and of course, free books for all kids and adults. Go to linktoliteracy.org to get the full story and then make plans to attend Woodstock.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
And we're back. Real quick, we're going to do a quick shout out. If there's any listeners here out in North Carolina, we have a texter. We always love our texters out in North Carolina. 66 unnamed texter 6610 said that they're going to watch David Sanders play tomorrow night. And if there are Husker fans in the building, we don't dictate where they go, how they go. But hey, if you can show them some Husker love, raise a Husker banner or something like that.
Yep, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Providence Day School in Charlotte to support 5-star David Sanders Jr.
My dad lives in Charlotte. You should have told me. I could have flew out there a little bit earlier and shook his hand or something.
We want to thank you all again. We're about to wrap up the show here real soon. But again, you're here with us again week to week. To all those guys, all the fans, ladies and gentlemen who like to tune in and listen to us. Believe me, we would love to get your input on other topics you'd love to talk about. We'd love to hear what your interests are. Again, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo. I think I
Channel
covered them all.
961.
Channel 961 on Allo. But yeah, we love the fact that you're here with us.
We truly appreciate it.
We're having fun. Which leads us to the WTF moment of the week. Alice. Erick dismissed that one.
I'd love to know which country this is. This isn't U.S.
No, it's Puerto Rico and the Philippines.
And for all those who aren't watching the streams, it's
Philippines and Australia. It's Philippines and Australia.
Listen, what we're looking at is 80s music.
No, the 90s, because no one knows how to get them hands up. I will say in the 80s, there was some people give you that 1-2-piece chicken wing, and a biscuit.
You know what?
That was shaky. That was real shaky.
The moral of the story here. I don't know if you guys, because there's a deeper meaning to
that
me,
part.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You might be a great athlete, but I noticed there's a lot of guys in there that cannot fight.
Can't throw them hands.
Some of the stuff, they weren't even doing that, Eric. They were jumping up, trying to karate chop people.
They watching too much UFC.
Yeah, they're going for the UFC Superman punch.
Elbows, Superman punches. Boxing is a craft.
Right.
It's just like basketball. Like, there are some natural athletes out there that can throw hands. Like, I know that, but when you look at most fights that go down, like even in the NBA, stuff like that, man, these guys, they can't punch.
Here's the tip. If you ever run into that situation where you got to fight, stop throwing just massive hooks. They see that a jab works. They try to throw a hook, whip, and then they're just completely exposed. And then that's how you end up
most people don't know that. They don't know what a jab
just keep
is.
Keep your hands in front of your face.
The quickest line from A to B is what? Straight.
Straight line.
The quickest line. All this going around. See, that's because a lot of y'all. No, let me be quiet. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna be good. That's it. Moment of the week. And what it comes down to is there's what sparked that was someone couldn't take a strong pick.
Yeah.
And then the guy threw a little elbow chin check. And then the buddy saw it and he came in, and then it was again, mob mentality.
Mm-hmm.
They did have each other's back, though.
And you got to appreciate that.
They did have each other's
One
back.
thing I can appreciate is that.
I appreciate that. But yeah,
there it is. Shout out to everyone that watches once again. We're here every Thursday. Football's on the way.
Yes. We got some football takes coming.
We got some football takes coming. We'll talk about some of the things with the schedule maybe next week and kind of break that down.
We'll have to get the preseason predictions here pretty soon
That's
as well.
That's what we about to do.
Sure.
We about to get it cracking. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys. It is us, WTF, and it is you, the listeners, who tune in. We appreciate you and see you next week.
Peace.